Listen, we need to have a little chat, because I can't stand shows like X Factor and Britain's Got Problems, along with the other shite on ITV, but that's for another day. Look, I've got nothing against the people who go on these shows, except these dumbasses, and people like them, but let's give where credit is due. There are some really talented people on these shows, because that's why I used to watch them. I wanted to watch it for the talent and skills these people possess. When I used to watch it, really good acts like Signature used to come on, and I was like, fuck, these guys can dance.
Whoa, it's kicking off, man!
Now this is the kind of shit I could admire as talent. But over time, these shows became more fixed, promoting people they want rather than talent, and they just got worse over time. Not just that, but how much oversaturation can you get? How many times have you seen a dance trope? How many times have you seen opera singers? And how many times have you seen a Rihanna or a Beyonce wannabe? My name is Bill, and I want to be Rihanna. Yeah, you and thousands of other people, mate. I mean, it's gotten to a point where the really good singers have become such a bore to watch because there's so fucking many of them. And a lot of them are very fucking wimpy singers. You know, the type that sing like, I don't wanna do this anymore. I just wanna find the reason why.
Every time I walk out the door, I see it die a little more inside.
So enough of this shit, grow some balls. You know, a bit like AC/DC or Guns N' Roses, or even better, Kanye West and Justin Bieber. Now all of us can relate to someone who writes a song from the heart and soul, right? But what I can't relate to is some desperado wanker hunting fame and fortune from a shitty talent show. And naturally, I grew up onto bigger and better things. But no matter where I went, it kept following me around. Like the no talent plague. Like one time when I was at school and when we went to assembly, one of the teachers asked, have we seen the latest episode of Britain's Got Talent? As if I give a fuck. Right, before we continue this assembly, hands up who's seen the latest episode of Britain's Got Talent. All of you, fantastic. Let's pray to God and do some Christian singing. I will never give to thee, give to thee. I will never ever give to thee. We had to sing that shite every day, and I hope to God that that wanker does not go on X Factor. But looking back at it now, I've got more of a reason to hate these types of shows than like them, from when I used to watch them when I was younger. So here's a few reasons why. The first one being Sob Stories. Oh my God, I fucking hate these. Fucking Sob Stories, man. Everyone's got one.
Me and my brother, we were inseparable. We did everything together. He was my best friend. 6 weeks after being told, he died.
Don't say to me, you heartless bastard, how could you? They've been through so much. I don't give a shit about that. You're on a talent show, aren't you? I want to see what you've got. Look, I'm not being mean, but how many times have you seen that? Honest to God. As if showcasing your talent is no longer a requirement. Everyone's got to have a sob story. If you've got talent but no sob story, you're fucked. A month ago, I got one of my fingers trapped in the door, and I can't count to 5. Me mate died shortly after, and then me grandmother, and her dying wish was for me to sing Let It Go from Disney's Frozen in her honour. Yeah, as if it's your grandmother's dying wish to do that. Or here's one I remember. Or when a dead relative visits you in your dreams and tells you to do some dumb shit like sing on a crappy talent show. I mean, fuck off, they're probably making that shit up. In fact, I can make one up too, right now. Here, watch. Some wanker shoved a grenade up me dog's arse. It died. And his last and final wish was for me to make a tit of myself on a fixed music competition. He visited me in a dream once. He said something like, I can't remember, something like woof woof. And if you really want to make it far in the show, bring your nana on while in a wheelchair. That'll get him clicking. Also, another point. These types of shows also attract some of the biggest weirdos I've ever seen. For a start, the type of people who have never been told that they can't sing, but they think they can.
I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's time to survive.
It's this swinging thing that you just can't ignore. You wanna hear some metal? You wanna hear me roar? I got the X Factor, so show me.
Look, whatever entertains you, right? But if that entertains you, you need fucking help. 'Cause I'll never understand how that's entertainment. It's fucking awful. Okay, maybe the 1 or 2 auditions are funny, but how many times can you see the same shit over and over, year after year again? I mean, it's so formulaic. You get a bad contestant, they're crap, they get no by the judges, and they like to start drama. And don't get me started on these weirdos, seriously. They've got no special talent of their own, so they gotta be as disgusting as possible. Oh my god. This is not a talent show. It's a fucking freak show. Now you might be asking me, but Grey Dog, what about the judges, man? They have to put up with this shit too. Okay, I understand that you might feel a smidge bit sorry for them. But fuck off, they're minting in it. Look, I'm not going to be here all day because most of the judges have no talent of their own and have no credibility to judge anyone whatsoever, especially their talent. For instance, Nicki Minaj was a star judge at one point. As if she's got any credibility to judge talent whatsoever. And the pattern is more or less the fucking same. Either one of the judges is trying to further their shitty music career, or one of the judges are a manager of some shitty band. Like Louis Walsh manages, for fuck's sake, Westlife and those cunts, Jedward.
I don't care what is written in your history.
As if it's bad enough that we got a bunch of Irish Justin Biebers running around.
Not very good and incredibly annoying.
Ah, Simon Cowell, great judgment call there, man, but you're to blame too, so you're not off the hook, you guilty bastard. Which reminds me, meet the fucking kingpin of the judges, Simon Cowell, who's not only one of the X Factor and Britain's Got Talent judges, but he fucking owns the shows, man. He went from passing food and drinks to rich snobs to one of the most powerfulest businessmen, not just in Britain, but the entire world. And you want to know Simon Cowell's biggest claim to fame? A song about dogs. Oh, come on, you gotta admit, that's impressive, like. I know it seems like I'm kissing his ass a bit, but that is something to admire. But I can't say the same thing about his job. I mean, the fucker doomed us all by putting 5 gay boys together and another 4, and then creating one of the most manufactured crappy boy bands that ever walked the fucking planet, that don't appeal to anyone with good taste in music and above the age of 14. They're so manufactured, they might as well have came out of a factory from a fucking conveyor belt. What I've noticed about Simon Cowell, right, is when he's on the judges panel, he's got that shrewd business look. Are they going to make me money or not? Fuck talent as long as they look marketable. Because remember, right, it's not about talent with these shows. It's about what's marketable. It's a business like everything else. Because if you're going to form a boy band, looks are everything. They got to be pretty boys. Otherwise, it's not going to sell. But if you're ugly and if you got talent, you're not going to get far. And if you bring Susan Boyle into this, I'm not saying she's ugly, but come on, let's face it, she's not the best looking person in the world. She got lucky, simple as that. Because that usually wouldn't work in the music industry. Anyone else would just fucking crumble. And there are far more talented people out there, whether they enter the show or not, that could shit all over One Direction. But there's no stopping him. I mean, look at him. He's the fucking king of the beavers. Hey Simon, do you want to pull your pants up any higher? I could still see your neck. Let me get something straight. I can't stand the audience for good reason. So here's one of them. Meet Gary Barlow, everyone. A singer, songwriter, and frontman of Take That. Oh, did you hear that? Singer and songwriter? Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Not my cup of tea, but still. At least he's got more strings to his bow to judge musical talent. Unlike Gorilla Ass here. Yeah, we don't need another Jedward. Fuck off, please. Look, I've got nothing against gay people whatsoever. But let's be honest, they can't fucking sing. And there's enough untalented trash that is successful out there. Gary Barlow's doing us a favour, and yet the audience is booing him for doing the reasonable thing.
Why someone comes on and they're putting lipstick on and they've dyed their hair, and it's because you've got no talent at all.
So yeah, fuck the dickhead audience who are stupid enough to travel to such a retarded event to begin with. Also, what is it with the audience when an alpha announces his or her age?
Grace is the oldest, she's 88.
88.
As if they're surprised they're not dead yet. But but you can't say that about kids though. I mean, kids, you gotta be really nice with them. You know what I mean? You can't break a kid's heart. That's fucking mean. Oh, fuck you, Piers Morgan, you mean wanker. And the irony in that is that he's clapping after he's pressed the buzzer, and so is the audience. And you know what? They're more or less the same with the differently abled, like Susan Boyle, before she sang I Dreamed a Dream. So yeah, fuck 'em. The stage audience are scum. Another thing I want to talk about is the prize, the number one goal on these shows to reach. Now, the prizes consists of money or performing at the Royal Variety, etc. However, there's one problem. There can only be one winner out of the thousands of people who enter. So if any of you think, but it's a good chance to get famous, your chances are 1,000,000 to 1. Anyway, I'm off, people. Thanks for watching.